Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And welcome to the second annual Next Opportunity at Work Career Conference. And we want to also give a special thank you to Chancellor Dirks, who's decided to make this an annual event for us. Yay! Now let me just ask, just a quick show of hands, how many of you are coming here to the stadium for the first time? How many? Wow. We're just really thrilled. Last year we were in the Clark Kerr Center. It was overflow. We knew we needed a larger space. And we have John Wilton to thank for getting us the stadium. So it's just wonderful. And give John a round of applause. Now, the whole theme of Staff Appreciation Week has been Imagine. And for today, we want to have you imagine what your career could be here at Berkeley. So keep that in mind for the whole day and everything that we're doing. I want to give you a few quick logistical pieces of information. And then I'm going to turn it over to John Wilton to give the official welcome on behalf of the Chancellor and the Cabinet. And then we have our great keynote speaker, Linda Williams, coming after that. Okay, so just logistically, restroom locations. Please know that there are restrooms on every floor. And here in the field stadium, the women are to my left and the men are to my right, just kind of up that first little landing of stairs. And they're pretty easy to locate throughout. If you need directions to get to your sessions, we have many volunteers who are here working with us today, and they'll have volunteer on their badge, so you can ask them about getting to the various workshops that we have. We also want to remind you that we have the Resource Center up here to my right, as well as Career Explo. And please do make time to get up there. And Career Explo is only going to be for the morning. So if you'd really like to take a look at the top 9 career fields on campus that are growing and emerging, please make sure to get by there and talk to some of the folks there. I wanted to also ask, how many of you are using the guidebook app? Did you get a welcome this morning? Okay, so that's the other way you can find out about what's going on. I want to let you know also that we're expecting about 650 participants throughout the day. And for that reason, please be punctual going to the sessions. We are going to start everything on time to keep everything moving. So just know that and try to get to your sessions quickly. If sessions do fill up, and there's a possibility that some will, please just go to another session. Remember that everything is going to be videotaped for us. So you'll be able to look on the website later on and see any sessions that you miss. I want to remind you about lunch. Lunch is going to be back here starting at 12:35. You can either eat in here or outside. It's a nice day, so you might want to eat outside. But do come back in here at 1 o'clock because we're going to have our luncheon keynote, John Crumbolt, and you won't want to miss him. And as further enticement, we actually have a raffle. We have some pretty cool gifts. So we'll be doing a raffle at lunch and one at the end of the day at 4:35. So now let me just do a quick introduction of John Wilton. John joined Berkeley in February of 2011, and as the Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance, he's responsible for managing the campus operating budget of over $2 billion. He's implementing operational excellence, and he oversees more than 3,000 employees in shared services, real estate, finance, HR, athletics, business administration, IT, and OE. So he's doing a lot for us. And his extensive background in international finance And investment includes, but is not limited to, serving at the World Bank at a number of different positions. He's here to welcome you on behalf of the Chancellor and the Cabinet. So let me present to you John Wilton.
Good. Well, look, thanks very much. I'm really happy to be here to welcome you and open up this second NOW conference on behalf of the Chancellor himself. He's traveling, he's overseas at the moment, and the whole Cabinet has our 100% support, and my coming along and opening it is meant to signal that. I'm also the warm-up band for Linda Williams, so I'm happy to be just a warm-up band. It's better to do that than follow her. So whoever's following her, my apologies. So first I'd like to step back from the conference itself and thank all the staff. It's often said that working at Berkeley is a privilege and a reward in itself, because it is, when we're being modest, we say it's one of the preeminent universities that does teaching and research in the world. Actually, look at the statistics, it's probably the best in the world, but that's a reward in itself. But I think we can't ignore the fact that it's a tough place to work when we are undergoing such a dramatic period of change. And that puts an enormous strain on staff. But in my own opinion, one, it's unavoidable. We do have to increase our efficiency and effectiveness. But two, it opens up massive opportunities for people to do things that use their own personal potential. And it's not easy, change isn't easy. But the interesting thing is Berkeley now is being perceived as not only on the cutting edge of teaching and research, but also on the edge of administrative reform and sort of best practice. So we're getting more and more invitations to go to different places to explain, how did you do that at Berkeley? How would you manage to pull that off? And, obviously it takes a lot of participants to do it, but you can't do it if the staff are not willing to do it. So I really wanted to personally thank you all for doing that. So coming back to the conference specifically, I'd like to also thank all the participants today, for sparing your time and energy to come along here and make an investment in your own professional career and development. Berkeley is one employer, but within that institution, it offers a multitude of possibilities. Looking at what we offer at the moment, we offer a lot of opportunities for staff to reach out and get the training and professional development they require. I mean, among the resources and the opportunities to learn at your own pace through e-courses, which more than 5,600 people on this campus completed last year. We also offer sponsored tuition for university extension and development programs and in-person career planning at the Tang Center. These are all resources that are available, and you should reach out and use them to the maximum. Also, in the past year, the Leadership Development Training Program developed what we called the new Berkeley Catalyst Program that's building champions for our operating principles in each of the units across campus. This has allowed us to double the number of people, and it gives us real stakeholders within all the units to try to identify ways of increasing efficiency and making change and lead the effort. And it's a grassroots sort of bottom-up effort. I'm personally getting the benefits and bearing the costs because my executive assistant over there is a Berkeley Catalyst. So my office, the phone rings and nobody's there to pick it up. But but the investment is worth it, and Elizabeth is managing to juggle all the balls. But it's an investment, and it's an investment made at the very senior level in terms of releasing staff in order to enable them to get the training and do the development that they need, and trying to cope when you have really key people missing. So That's another symbol of our commitment. And I think the theme that the organizers have about imagine your possibilities is just a terrific one. I mean, I think it really grabs people because it's got the three elements of being imaginative and reaching out and thinking about what you're doing. It's got the word "you're" in it, because you're not a passive passenger on your career path. You know, you have to actively get involved in it and shape it and use the resources that I've mentioned. You know, and then the word possibilities gets to the point I made earlier about Berkeley being just an amazingly diverse institution. You know, my own personal career at the World Bank spanned about 20 odd years. I did many different things at the bank and went through many reorganizations and structural changes and zigzags. But what I loved about it at the end was looking back, how many challenges the bank had put in front of me, and then, you know, I either responded or chose not to. So I think the whole three-word slogan, imagine your possibilities, really does capture a lot of what we're trying to do in terms of supplying these opportunities to our staff in an environment that's tough and in an environment that's changing rapidly. But those things are not going to slow down and they're not going to change. So I think it is the environment we're in. So finally, you know, I'd like to thank all of the presenters for giving up their time, and the career coaches and the volunteers in the NOW conference. It says here there was close to 150 members who contributed their time and energy to the conference. And it's really paid off. As I came in, Bruce told me there's about 500 people. There's a wait list of 200 people. Last year we had 12,000 hits on the website. I think 4,000 views of the YouTube sessions. So, you know, this thing is getting a lot of traction. It's a good part of Berkeley's tradition now, in the sense that each one of these conferences will get better. We'll find out what worked this time, what doesn't work, and we'll change and adapt, and we'll make the next one better. And looking at the agenda, I mean, one, it's packed, and two, it has a lot of really terrific sessions in it, and I'm sure, you know, we'll take the best of what works this time and make it even better next time. So with that, and talking about the best, I think Sid's coming back, and then she's going to introduce Linda Williams. So once again, thanks a lot, welcome, and make the most of the day. Thank you.